Namaste all. My name is Dori and this class will be a flow class to get the energy flowing in your body. So let's just get started. Let's just find a nice and comfortable seated posture. You might sit on your heels, you might sit in cross-legged, but you might need maybe a cushion or a block or any kind of prop you can use underneath your hips to lift them up a little bit higher so that you can sit nice and comfortably, no weight on your shoulders. You can just close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. And let's just start to focus on the breath. Maybe you want to exhale out through the mouth a few times just to release any tension you might be holding. Just a big sigh out. And just gently come back to the natural pace of your breath. And even starting to notice that natural pace. Starting to gently deepen your breath. But just remember, your breath is never forced. It's nice and naturally flowing. Now you might want to bring your hands into the belly, close to the navel. And just start to feel how the body is breathing, starting to fill up your belly. And as you exhale, feeling the gentle release. Next time as you inhale, you might want to bring your hands to the sides of the lower rib cage. So if that doesn't feel right, sometimes this creates a little bit of a tension in your shoulders. So you might just want to hug yourself instead and bring your hands that way to the sides of your lower rib cage, drawing your shoulders away from your ears, arms relaxed. And start to feel through each inhalation how your rib cage is gently expanding under your hands. And then how they gently contract. Next inhalation, bring your hands up to the upper chest. Just keep breathing nice and deep, but just feel how the air goes through the chest, expanding through the chest and shoulders. And as you exhale, keeping the left hand on your chest, bring the right hand to the lower belly. And then starting to do a full yogic breath as we fill up the belly, the rib cage, the chest. And then we gently release through the chest, the ribs and the belly. Feeling that natural movement of your body. And as you exhale, gently releasing your hands down in your lap, just continue the same breathing. And now into the next inhalation, just give a little bit of movement to your body. Let's just do a few shoulder rolls. You can keep your eyes closed or gently open them. And then reach your arms up, maybe do a gentle opening through the chest. And as you exhale, bring the left hand out to the side, left side, and then bring the right arm up, reaching with the right fingertips over to the left. Creating that nice side stretch. Inhaling back to center, exhaling over to the other side. And now from here, we're just grabbing the back of the head with your hand, and as we exhale, we just gently bring our elbows nice and close together. And as we inhale, we open through the collarbones, open through the chest. And as you exhale again, just do it 2 more times. Beautifully moving through the chest. Just support your head with your hands so you can keep your back, the back of the neck nice and long. And the last one. And as you exhale, release, and then just do this on the other side. When you inhale, opening again, gentle opening through the chest, exhaling, closing. I just do it 3 more times. And the last one. And as you exhale, releasing your arms, and then just coming up onto your hands and knees now, wrists underneath, your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and then they're hip width apart. You can either point your toes or curl your toes. As you inhale, just do a few cat and cows. And as you exhale, rolling through the spine, press the mat away with your hands. And just feel how you transition between the two. And then from here, we're just curling our toes and coming up to first downward facing dog as we exhale, pointing your hips back and up. Maybe spreading your legs a little wider than hip width apart if you need to, and start to paddle your heels down one by one, shoulders away from your ears. Spread your fingers wide so you can protect your wrists. You can even look up your hands and see if your fingers are lifting up. That means that you have too much weight on your shoulders or on your wrists, not shoulders. And in this way, you can really spread your fingers nice and wide, just like grabbing the mat underneath to make sure that you spread the weight evenly in your hands. Just take a few more breaths here. And on the next inhalation, we're coming forward to first plank position. You might want to do kneeling plank by bringing your knees down, or full high plank. If you're doing full high plank, really press through the back of your heels, pressing up through the hands, lifting up through the heart space, engage your core. Exhale, bring your knees down, elbows in, roll all the way down to the floor. And as you inhale, now bring your hands a little lower than your shoulders, point your toes. Start to lengthen through the tailbone as you come up to your first cobra. You might want to do higher cobra, but just if your body is ready for. Lengthening, exhaling, coming down, curling your toes, and come back into downward facing dog. Just taking a pose here, breathing in and out. And from here, we're just lifting the left leg up. As high as you feel comfortable, bend the left knee and start to open through the left hip, stacking the left hip over the right, keeping your arms and your shoulders leveled. You might want to unroll your ankle to one side and then to the other. And then from here, we're just bringing the left knee forward through a plank position and then stepping forward. And then bringing the right knee down. As we inhale, we come up into a lunge position. You might want to hook your thumbs together and open through the chest. And as you exhale, lowering your arms, and now just bring your hands to the inner side of the left foot, gently walking the left foot out to the side. The left toes can point just a tiny bit outwards. Lengthening here. And from here, we're just coming up onto the left hand. We're just going to do some little flows with our arms. And as we inhale, we start to flow the arm back and then up. Start to open through the chest as well, through the upper body. Gentle open twist. And as you exhale, reaching with that fingertips forward, and then again inhaling, sweeping that right arm back and up, open. Exhaling, reaching with the fingertips forward, nice big circle with the arm. 2 more times. And as you exhale, coming down, now coming your right hand down, we're coming into a twist. So we're doing the same flow with our arms, but in a twist position. So bringing that left arm back and up, twist through the upper body, and then reaching forward, nice big circles. 3 more times. And as you exhale, coming down, bring your hands down, curl your right toes, lift your knee up, and then step the leg back into downward dog position. Take a pose here. And then now we repeat this on the other side, lifting the right leg up, bending the knee, opening through the hip. Gently drag the right shoulder back to make sure your shoulders stay leveled. And as you inhale, bringing that knee forward and then stepping forward, lowering the left knee down. Bringing your arms up, reach up, maybe hook your thumbs and do a little bit of arch through the spine if that feels nice. Otherwise, just stay in the center. And as you exhale, lowering your arms, bring your hands to the inner side of that right foot and gently sliding that right foot out to the side. Right toes are pointing a little bit outwards. So lengthen here. If you feel this is a bit too deep, you might want to come up onto your fingertips or maybe use 2 blocks or books underneath your hands. As you inhale, lengthen, and we start to do our flow. So the right hand comes to the inner side of the right foot, bringing, start to flow the left arm back and up as you open through the upper body. Exhaling, reach forward, nice big circles, 3 more times. And as you exhale, lower the arm down, do it on the other side. Bringing the arm back and up, coming into a twist. And 1 more time. Really move in harmony with the breath. And as you exhale, bringing your hands down, bringing the leg back, and then back to downward facing dog. Just take a pose here again. Inhale and exhale out. Maybe through the mouth. And from here, we'll start to walk forward, coming into forward fold, maybe stepping your feet a little wider than hip width apart. As you exhale, start to fold. Releasing through the head, through the arms. Maybe grabbing your opposite elbows and start to sway from side to side. And as you inhale, releasing your elbows, bending your knees and start to roll up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae, head comes last. And from here, as you inhale, reach your arms up, lengthen. As you exhale, bend your knee, roll forward. And as you inhale, rolling back up to stand. Let's do this 1 more time. As you exhale, folding forward. Keep an eye on your spine, making sure there is no weight in your low back. And then rolling up to standing. And then as you exhale, lowering your hands down, coming into a Tadasana. So you're keeping your feet about hip width apart. You can also bring your feet together by bringing your big toes together and slightly leaving your heels apart. But this is a little bit harder version, so always choose a version that works in your body. Lengthening through the legs, engaging your thigh muscles, lengthen through the spine, roll the shoulders away from your ears. Take 1 breath here and just notice how is your body feeling in this pose. As you inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, folding forward. And then coming into half forward fold. As you inhale, maybe slide your hands up into your shins, the thighs lengthen through the crown. Exhaling, coming down, hands come down on the mat and stepping back into plank position again. Maybe kneeling plank, maybe full high plank. Take a breath here. Engage your core. Exhale, lower down, either through chaturanga by coming up onto your tiptoes and bending your elbows and lower all the way down. Keeping your core engaged. If this is too much, you might want to lower your knees down first and then chin chest. And lengthen all the way down. Taking your cobra as you inhale. And as you exhale, coming back, curl your toes and go back to downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Notice how is your body feeling in this shape. And as you inhale, start to walk forward. Lift up, half forward fold. Keep your legs engaged. We want to protect the spine always. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bend your knees, arms out wide, standing up. And let's just do this one more time. Exhaling, lower your hands down. Take a breath here. As you inhale, let's continue. Reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half forward fold. And exhale, back to plank. Just taking your flow down, again choosing the version that works for you. Maybe you can come up into an upward facing dog, maybe up to cobra. And then as you exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, hop a step forward. If you're hopping forward, make sure that you arrive softly. Exhale to fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, releasing your arms down. Now in the next inhalation, we'll reach your arms up again. And as we exhale, we fold forward. And now from here, we're just stepping back directly to downward facing dog. And we just repeat, lifting the left leg up. And then stepping it forward, so bring the left knee in, hug it in as you come forward through your plank position and then step it forward. Now you might want to come up into a high lunge by keeping the knee lifted. You might want to lower the knee down. Just choose again a version that works for you, lifting your arms up. Reach up, maybe do a gentle arch in your back, but just making sure that you keep space in your low back. You can even keep the back knee gently lift or gently bend. So to keep the space in your low back. And as you exhale, lowering your arms down. Now we're just bring a little bit of movement to this pose. As we inhale, we bring our arms out, palms are facing up. As we exhale, we start to gently fold forward, round through the spine, bring the back of the hands together. And as we inhale, we reach up. As we exhale, we lower our arms down. Let's just do it again. So as we inhale, lift your arms up. As you exhale, gently fold forward. Keep your legs active. Inhale, reach up, maybe do a gentle arch in your back. Exhale, lower your arms. 2 more times. And on the last exhalation, lower your hands down and then step back to downward facing dog. Again, just take a pause here. And we just repeat this on the other side, lifting the right leg up and then bending the knee, bringing it forward and then stepping your right foot in between your hands, either doing high or low lunge, lifting your arms up. Both legs nice and active, maybe arching your back. And as you exhale, lower, and let's just do our flow again. So as we inhale, bring our arms out, palms facing up, exhale. This time we're expanding gently through the back body, and as we inhale, we reach up, opening through the front. Exhale, release. Let's do 3 more. And on the last exhalation, coming down, plant your hands down and step back to downward dog. And let's just go down to child's pose for a quick rest, bringing your big toes together, knees apart, sitting down on your heels and reaching with your fingertips forward. Relax your forehead down if you can, but if you cannot, then just bring your fists underneath your forehead or maybe a block or a prop. Just keep breathing here, sitting bones grounded. And on your next inhalation, when you're ready, coming back through all fours, and then as you exhale, back to downward facing dog. And as you inhale, come up to your tip toes and start to walk or hop forward. Inhale to half forward fold, exhale to fold. And as you inhale, standing up, arms out wide. Exhale, lowering your arms down. And then as we inhale, we reach our arms up again. We're going back into a downward facing dog as we exhale. Now from downward facing dog, let's just do a little bit of a core work. You'll have different options in this one. So again, just follow your own body, follow what's telling you. As you inhale, come up onto your plank. So from here, you might want to do again kneeling plank, full high plank. From plank, we're going to go down onto your forearms. So keep pressing through your heels, and then starting with the left forearm, lower the left forearm down, and then the right. Keep your core engaged, and then lifting up. And then back to downward facing dog. Let's just do it starting on the right side now. So as you inhale, come forward into plank. Making sure you lift up through the heart space, so the space between your shoulder blades evens out. And then we start with the right forearm, lower it down, and then the left. And then starting to come up with the right. Back to plank, back to downward dog. And then just have a little rest in child's pose, choosing whichever version. Maybe keeping your legs a little bit closer. Bring your arms by your side, palms facing up so you can relax your forehead down and relax your shoulders and arms fully. And when you're ready, on your next inhalation, we're coming directly up into plank. So you curl your right toes and then the left, lifting up. And then we're just repeating the previous one, starting with the left forearm and then the right, trying to keep our core nice and engaged. Don't tilt your belly forward. And from here, we're just starting to walk our feet closer to your body. So just look with your eyes, look down in your toes so you can make sure that the back of your head or the back of your neck is nice and long. Keep your hips pointing up. You might want to bend your knees. Shoulders nice and active. And as you exhale, walking your legs back into plank. And then starting with the left hand, coming up, back to downward dog. And then let's just repeat on the other side. Take a pose here, of course. If you want to do a child's pose in between, you're more than welcome to do so. If you're ready, back to plank. This time starting with the right forearm, lower it down. And then starting to walk your feet closer to your head. Keeping your arms engaged, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the back of your legs. And as you exhale, back and starting with the right hand, coming up. And then back to downward dog, and then just lower down to child's pose. Any version that you feel nice. You can feel the difference between
active and resting pose. And this is definitely a resting pose. You can allow your body to gently release.
When you're ready in your next inhalation, coming back onto your hands and knees. And then just walking your knees back, bending your elbows and lowering all the way down to the mat. You can lower your forehead down just for now. And from here we're starting to interlace the fingers behind and bring them onto your sacrum. As you inhale, start to point your toes, lengthen through the legs, lengthen through the tailbone. As you start to lift your upper body up, lift your hands off your sacrum. And just imagine if someone were to pull your hands back, roll the shoulders away, lengthen. You might want to do the full version of the pose by sticking your big toes together and lifting them up. Or maybe if this is too much, then you can just do the nice opening through the chest and the upper body. Exhaling, coming down, relaxing down, turning your head to one side, allowing your arms and shoulders to relax, palms facing up. Just take a few moments here. On your next inhalation, when you're ready, turn your head back to center and let's just repeat. You can start pointing through your toes, lengthen through the tailbone, interlace your fingers behind and lift up. Maybe lift your feet up as well. Keep your neck nice and long, shoulders away from your ears. One more breath, lift just a tiny bit higher if that feels nice. And as you exhale, lower down. This time turn your head to the opposite direction. Again, allowing the whole body just to melt and relax down. And when you're ready, gently coming up, bring your hands a little lower than your shoulders, curl your toes and lift yourself up. And then back as you exhale to downward facing dog. And now from downward dog, start to walk forward. And we're starting to bring your feet together, keeping your toes pointing forward and coming up, so the lifting upper heels. Now from here, as we inhale, we lengthen, and then we may just walk our hands a little forward. You might want to use blocks in front underneath your hands if you need to. And we start to open the legs, just a little bit of a balancing pose here. So let's just gently open, and let's just gently walk our hands a little closer to our feet, making sure the toes are still pointing up and that your ankles are not falling out to the side. Now you have different options here. You might want to walk your fingertips out to the side and balance like that. You might want to try to lift one fingertips up just a few millimeters and then the other as a trial. You might want to keep your fingertips down. You have different options. And if you want to do the full option or the full version, then you might just want to wrap your arms around and bring your hands, hold your hands to the back of your heels. Just look down in front of you, keeping your neck long. Just gaze in a stable spot so you can keep your position nice and stable. And as you exhale, release, coming down to your sitting bones, hugging your knees either from the outside or maybe from underneath. Relaxing your forehead towards your knees. If you don't feel like balancing, you might want to bring your big toes down, otherwise just gently balance up here and just relax. And as you exhale, releasing your legs. And now coming into seated positions, stretching your legs forward and flexing your feet back. So just making sure that feels nice and comfortable. Again, you might need some support underneath your sitting bones to lift your hips a bit higher. Now we're coming to come into a bit of a stretching position, so you might need a strap. Now if you don't have a strap, you can use maybe an old belt, you can maybe use an old scarf. So on the next inhalation, we are just lifting the left leg and crossing the left ankle over the right. And from here, as you inhale, lengthen from the base of your spine, from your sitting bones up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, very gently start to fold forward towards your feet. Now see if you can grab the ball of the left foot with your hands. If this is not happening with a straight spine, so we want to have the spine nice and straight, nice and long. We don't want to have the lower back rounding, or we don't want to have a hunchback position. So if you start to feel that, then you might need then a strap, and you can just get that strap and bring it around the ball of your left foot and bring both the ends of the strap into your hands. On the next inhalation, we're just going to lift that left leg, just keeping both feet flexed and trying to lift that left leg just as close to your body as you can, but keeping that left leg pointing over to the right, so keeping that gentle cross to happen, gentle stretch you can feel through the glutes, through the hamstrings, through the calf. If you want, you might want to walk your hands a little bit closer to your feet if you can, making sure your elbows are not locked down, so you want to have your elbows nice and soft. And as you exhale, gently release. Now we are just bringing both ends of the strap into your right hand. And very gently again, as you inhale, lengthen through the crown. As you exhale, start to lift that left leg up. Keep the left leg gently coming over to the right, so keeping that crossing to happen. And bring the left arm up and then back, starting to twist your upper body back. Maybe you can look to the left side, or maybe you can look back if that feels nice on your neck. Next inhalation, coming back, and as you exhale, releasing the leg down. And let's just do this on the other side. So again, as you inhale, lengthen, crossing that right ankle over the left. And as you exhale, very gently start to fold, hunching or folding through the hips. You want to keep the spine nice and straight, and when you're ready, either wrapping your arm or the hands around the balls of the right foot, or maybe using a strap again. When you're ready, as you inhale, coming back to center and lifting that right leg up. Keeping that right leg gently pointing over to the left. Nice. And as you exhale, gently coming back. And now bring both ends of the strap into your left hand. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bringing that right arm back. And then starting to lift that right leg up. Gently starting to twist with your upper body. Keep length in your spine when you inhale, and as you exhale, twisting a tiny bit more. And on the next inhalation, coming back, releasing your legs. You won't need a strap now, so just put it to the side. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, maybe again just hugging your knees and relaxing your head. Forehead comes close to your knees. And from here, as you inhale, coming up, as you exhale, we are lowering down onto the mat. So bring your feet about hip-width apart, bringing your arms forward, palms facing each other, and as you exhale, start to roll down vertebra by vertebra to the spine, to the back. And now from here, you might want to hug your knees and rock side to side. Gentle massage happening through the lower back and sacrum. Maybe doing some circles with the knees to each side. And then as you exhaling, release. Now bring your feet down onto the floor, keeping your knees bent. And now if you have a yoga block, that's good. We're coming into supported shoulder stand, but instead you might want to use maybe a few cushions, a folded blanket, if you have a bolster, or if you have maybe a book and then you can put a cushion on top of the book to make it a little softer, so you have different options. You can grab whichever prop you have handy, and as we inhale, we start to lift your hips just a tiny bit higher, so you can gently slide that block underneath your sacrum. We want to make sure that we don't slide it underneath the low back. We don't want to push the low back. The low back is quite a sensitive area, so we want to make sure that the block is right underneath your sacrum. And then from here, on the next inhalation, you start to lift one leg up and then the other. We want to just have our legs nice and relaxed, just kind of hanging there. You still have to keep your legs up there, but just you don't have to use too much of muscle work. Now if you have high blood pressure, you might want to avoid this one. We don't want to have the leg higher than our head in that case. Just maybe closing down your eyes. You can even bring your arms up or over to the side, just to have some opening happenings across your chest, if that feels nice. Alternatively, you can also do this pose, just legs up the wall. Even without a prop, it feels really nice. Just relax your legs against the wall. Being upside down is really nice. It helps the energy flowing in your body, helps your digestion and the blood circulation. Just allowing your breath to calm down, just enjoy this pose. Feeling your legs to be weightless. And if you feel that was enough for you, then just gently bend your knees and then one by one lower your legs down. And then from here, as we inhale, we just lift our hips just a tiny bit higher, so you can remove the block, and then as we exhale, we just lower down vertebra by vertebra. Again, you might want to hug your knees and rock side to side to massage the spine. You might want to do happy baby by opening your legs, grabbing the outer edge of your feet or maybe the outer side of your calves, and then start to rock side to side just like a happy baby. And as you exhale, release. And now we're coming into our Shavasana relaxation. So lengthening, stretching your legs back. Bringing your arms in a comfortable distance away from your body, palms facing up. If you have a bolster, maybe a folded towel or blanket, you can gently slide it underneath your knees just to relax even more through the low back. And just allowing your breath to gently calm down. Just a naturally flowing breath. Make sure that you don't hold the breath. And very gently starting to relax through the whole body, releasing your toes, your feet, ankles, relaxing your calves, your knees, your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. Relaxing your hips, releasing your abdomen through the rib cage, your chest, relaxing the muscles of your back, relaxing your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and your fingers are just naturally curled. Relax your neck muscles, soften your throat, release your jaw and release your facial muscles. Just feel that your eyeballs are nice and heavy and that your head is heavy on the floor. And that this heaviness gently spreads across your whole body. Gently feeling how the body is breathing, just watching and witnessing the breath. And anytime your mind starts to wander, just know that this is a natural thing of the human mind. Just acknowledge any thought that is coming in and gently bring your awareness back to your breath. You can always watch your body breathe. Just very gently starting to bring the awareness back to the present moment, to your breath. Start to gradually deepen your breath. Starting to be aware of any sounds you can hear. Being aware of the space around you, the surface underneath your body. And start to be aware of your body again, bringing some gentle movement to it. Just maybe gently wiggling your toes and fingers, maybe rolling your ankles and wrists. Maybe turning your head to the left and to the right just gently a few times. And maybe hugging your knees and rocking side to side. Just do any kind of movement that your body gently needs to wake up. And when you're ready, gently turn to your right side. Just stay there for a few breaths and notice how are you feeling. When you're ready, use your hands to push yourself up into a comfortable seated posture. Keeping your eyes closed and moving nice and gentle. Gently keep focusing on the breath. And just to finish off today's practice, we'll be doing some mantra meditation. So today we'll be doing Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. So I'll just repeat the mantra, Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. And just allowing to gently chant through your heart, from your heart out, and don't worry about the melody that much. I'll just start and then you can join me whenever you'd like. Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. You can join me now. Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. One more time. Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. Just coming back to a silent breath. And we can just start to rub our palms together. And when they are warm enough, then just bring them to your closed eyes. And just repeat. As you exhale, bring your hands in front of the heart space. Just feeling the gratitude for our practice today, we bow our heads and say Namaste. Namaste.